DDP, man, he is something else, bro. For so long we thought he just was bad. He's not. He's really good. He's like really, really good. He's so big, he's so strong, and he's good. Now Khamzat, in a sprint, can't stay with him. It's time to now stop doubting him because he's just that good. I think DDP is one of those guys. Khamzat is minus 180. And I think just when you look at it, that's probably
pretty big
about
too,
right. But I don't know, man. I'm done doubting Dricus Du Plessis.
Daniel Cormier has just warned Khamzat Chimaev ahead of his upcoming clash with Dricus Du Plessis. On the other hand, Caio Borralho said the fight could end as fast as the Whittaker bout. He explained that DDP must be ready for Khamzat's aggressive wrestling, which he called putting juju on it. If the fight goes past 1.5 or 2 rounds, Borralho believes Khamzat will get tired and the momentum could shift.
I feel that this fight can be as fast as the Whittaker fight. He needs to be well prepared against this Khamzat style. He puts jiu-jitsu on the wrestling. But if Dricus can take 1.5 rounds or 2 rounds, Khamzat will be fatigued. Then the fight's gonna get better to Dricus.
Moreover, Kamaru Usman spoke about the middleweight division and warned fans not to overlook Khamzat Chimaev. He said Chimaev's strong showing against Robert Whittaker confirmed his place among the elite. Usman also gave credit to Dricus Du Plessis for beating 3 former champions and emphasized that every fighter deserves respect for their courage, commitment, and the risks they face inside the octagon.
Yeah, and just lastly, who do you see taking the belt at 185?
At 185? Listen, I told you guys, don't sleep on Khamzat. When he was fighting Robert Whittaker, everyone said, oh yeah, Whittaker is going to get him. Hey, don't sleep on him. Khamzat's extremely talented, extremely strong. He can shock anyone. But Dricus Du Plessis, you can't sleep on him as well. He's the champion for a reason, taking out 3 champions back to back to back. So hey, respect to all those guys. I respect every one of these fighters. You know, I know people at home were spectators and were fans, and they like to just kind of talk, oh, he had a bad performance, he had a boring one. But hey, you have to respect each and every one of these guys that's willing to get in here, you know, in little bitty gloves and damn near underwear and bare their soul in here. So you have to respect that.
However, Daniel Cormier praised Dricus Du Plessis, saying people underestimated him for a long time, but he has proven to be very skilled. He described Du Plessis as big, strong, and surprisingly good. Cormier noted that while Khamzat Chimaev might have the edge in a fast-paced fight, things could shift if the bout goes longer. He believes Du Plessis is built to last 25 minutes, and said Chimaev needs to prove he can do the same.
The DDP, man, he is something else, bro. For so long we thought he just was bad. He's not. He's really good. He's like really, really good. He's so big, he's so strong, and he's good. Now Khamzat, in a sprint, can't stay with him. DDP can't stay with him. But I think if the fight goes long, it starts to get interesting. Right. I think Dricus is there for 25 minutes. Khamzat needs to be there for 25 minutes also.
Moreover, Daniel Cormier added that Dricus Du Plessis will likely be surprised by the betting odds. He expects Khamzat Chimaev to open as the favorite, likely around minus 180, because fans are used to seeing him dominate his opponents. Cormier compared it to Ilia Topuria being a heavy favorite over Charles Oliveira, saying perception plays a big role. Still, he admitted he's done doubting Du Plessis after seeing what he can do.
So I think, and DDP is going to be like, what the hell, dude? I think when the line comes out, and I'm pretty sure it's out already, you guys can check it, Khamzat will probably be a favorite. And I think it's because of what you see. It's why Ilia Topuria right now is a 4-1 favorite over Charles Oliveira.
Wow.
Because all you've seen is him just destroy people. So I think
yeah, minus 180.
Khamzat is minus 180. And I think just when you look at it, that's probably
pretty big
about
too,
right. But I don't know, man. I'm done doubting Dricus Du Plessis. It's time to now stop doubting him because he's just that good. I think DDP is one of those guys.
Rainier de Ridder also thinks Dricus Du Plessis is being overlooked ahead of his fight with Khamzat Chimaev. He pointed out that while Du Plessis may not have the smoothest style, he consistently finds a way to win. De Ridder highlighted how Du Plessis often grows stronger as the fight progresses, making him a dangerous and often underrated threat.
Khamzat versus Du Plessis. Predictions?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are underestimating Dricus right now. If you look at like fights they've had, it looks a bit sloppy when Dricus fights, but He always gets them. He gets better as longer as the rounds go on.
In a separate comment, De Ridder expressed confidence in Duplessis' ability to handle Chimaev's fast start. He said that if Duplessis can avoid serious damage early, the momentum could swing in his favor. De Ridder even believes there's a real chance Duplessis could secure a finish in the later stages, though he acknowledged that anything can happen once the cage door closes.
And I think he can survive that early onslaught of Khamzat. So I think Dricus can pull the win out. Maybe a late finish, 4th or 5th round. But we'll see.
On the other hand, Alexander Gustafsson praised Khamzat Chimaev's elite wrestling and grappling, saying those skills give him a clear edge. While he acknowledged that Dricus du Plessis might be bigger, he believes Chimaev's raw strength can match it. Gustafsson emphasized the difference in grappling ability between them and suggested that could be the deciding factor in their matchup.
You're like 2-3 weight classes above him. How strong is he? Because I've seen like he's a good training partner for you.
Yeah, no, he's very natural, strong, you know, and he has very strong genes, and he just comes with raw power, you know. All his power just comes from nature, you know.
Just natural. Right?
Natural, yeah. So guys, to get the full All-Stars experience.
Moreover, Coach Eric Nixon described Dricus du Plessis as disciplined and respectful, always coming in well prepared. He credited du Plessis' growth since the Brad fight as key to his rise. While some see his style as awkward, Nixon said his movement is deliberate, using odd timing and pressure to disrupt opponents. He believes the best way to beat du Plessis is to take him down early and keep him off balance before he finds his rhythm.
I'm so curious to how Khamzat and DDP plays out. I feel like DDP's going to be able to weather the storm the first 2 rounds and then start taking off the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th. What do you think?
I do too. I've studied DDP a bunch. Super respectful, nice guy. He's very well coached. Just his overall development, he's jumped leaps and bounds in between that Brad fight to now being world champion. People think it looks erratic, but it's not. It's very calculated what he's trying to do. It's a lot of those same reps that he does, but there's a motion to him that's kind of hard to gather rhythm. How do you eliminate all that? Take a guy down, put him on his back.
Bilal Muhammad shared his thoughts on a potential fight between Khamzat Chimaev and Dricus du Plessis. While he backed Chimaev despite their past tensions, he pointed out that Khamzat has mostly faced strikers lately and hasn't been tested by strong wrestlers. Bilal noted that Chimaev has shown some grappling flaws in the past, and du Plessis' toughness and wrestling could create problems. He also questioned Khamzat's cardio, saying it won't matter if the fight ends fast, but he doubts du Plessis would be stopped early due to his durability and grit.
Dricus du Plessis.
But when you're looking at the guys he fought stylistically, right? He hasn't fought a guy who trying to take him down yet. It's all been strikers. His last two, it's Adesanya and Strickland. Like when he fought Brunson was killing him the first couple rounds. Yeah. And he just gassed. You know, we've seen him get taken down by Brunson. We've seen him get taken down by Whitaker. He's gotten taken down by guys so easily.
But Khamzat has got some of the worst cardio in the entire company.
You don't need cardio if you finish the guy in 2 minutes.
But Dricus isn't going to get finished. He's got an iron chin and an iron will.
John Wood is picking Dricus du Plessis to beat Khamzat Chimaev at UFC 319. He expects a fast-paced and gritty fight, but believes du Plessis' awkward style, strength, and power will give him the advantage. Wood dismissed any worries about du Plessis' cardio, saying those are in the past. He's confident du Plessis can handle Chimaev's early pressure and get a late finish as the fight wears on.
Again, kind of like the Pena-Harrison fight, I'm going to go with Dricus on this one. I'm going to go with Dricus in a gritty, dirty, nasty fight. He's going to have a rough couple rounds, but I think he's going to stick around. I don't think he's an easy guy to finish. It's an awkward style. He's strong. He's big. You know, cardio issues I don't think are a thing anymore. I think that he is going to get deep into that fight, and I think he finishes him.
Darren Till shared a confident prediction for Khamzat Chimaev's fight against Dricus du Plessis. While he acknowledged du Plessis' ability to win despite his wild style, Till made it clear he's backing Chimaev. He believes Khamzat's hard training and strong focus will lead to a finish within 2 rounds, saying that preparation and mindset will make the difference.
You think he beats Khamzat, your boy?
No, look, with respect, I'm never going to look past Dricus because he trains hard, he's super dedicated, he's super strong, and he's got that awkward style that doesn't make any sense. I think Khamzat will beat him inside the 2 rounds. I really do believe that. But look, Khamzat knows. I was speaking to Khamzat on the FaceTime the other day because I'm meant to be going out to Dubai to help with the camp. Khamzat knows it's a tough fight, but, you know, Khamzat trains like a beast. I do think Khamzat gets it in 2 rounds done.
Jamahal Hill said he slightly favors Dricus du Plessis in the matchup, noting that du Plessis has proved him wrong in the past. He pointed to du Plessis' strong cardio and physical strength as major advantages and mentioned that Chimaev has shown signs of slowing down in longer fights. Hill also highlighted du Plessis' unpredictable striking, which he believes could help him land important shots. Still, he warned not to count Chimaev out, praising his natural grappling ability as a serious threat.
I probably favor DDP in that one, just for the simple fact of I've doubted this dude so many times now, and he's shut me up bad every time. It may look like he's like fatiguing or he's like slowing down, but he's really not. I think he's got the better cardio. His physical strength, I believe, can pose a problem for anybody in that division. We've seen Khamzat fade over the course of rounds before. I just believe Dricus has a really, really awkward way of throwing strikes that's not easy to time, get a read on. So I believe he will land. So I probably lean more towards DDP, but you can't count a guy like Khamzat out. I believe he's one of the best natural pure grapplers. He does have the ability to throw some hands too. So it's interesting.
Robert Whitaker recognized the strength and technique behind Khamzat Chimaev's takedowns, calling them hard to stop. At the same time, he described Dricus du Plessis as a gritty and durable fighter who is not easy to finish. Whitaker believes that if someone can withstand Chimaev's early pressure, it's du Plessis, and that toughness could turn the fight in his favor.
Khamzat and DDP, the next fight. Who do you think's going to walk away as the champion?
I can't see anyone really stopping Chimaev's takedowns. Like, his takedowns are so hard to stop. It's super high level. Can DDP drag it into those later rounds? Can it get through the first grappling exchanges and then start to capitalize on his just like persistence, like doggedness to go away? Honestly, if Chimaev can't get DDP out of there, DDP wins. DDP wins almost every fight. You can't get rid of him, right? Because he's like mold, dude.
Sean Strickland gave his thoughts on the possible fight between Dricus du Plessis and Khamzat Chimaev based on his own sparring experience with du Plessis. He acknowledged du Plessis' skills but emphasized the threat posed by Chimaev's high-level grappling and tricky setups. Strickland, confident in his own ability to deal with that style, admitted he's unsure if du Plessis can stop the takedowns. Still, he believes that if du Plessis can keep the fight standing, he has the tools to win the striking exchanges.
Did you see DDP and Khamzat got announced?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Where's that gonna be at?
Chicago.
Oh no. They're letting the Harrison.
Do you think he beats DDP or do you think DDP retains?
You know what's hard? So those little Chechen, dude, they can grapple. And like someone like me who I've been training with for years, I usually could counter wrestle and grapple them. So I just don't know if Dricus can be able to counter wrestle him. But if he can, I think he wins all hands down, you know. I sparred the Chechen, like hands down, I think Dricus wins. But it's just gonna come down to like, are you gonna be able to like counter wrestle? And like you can, it's not hard.
Din Thomas believes Dricus du Plessis has the upper hand if the fight goes into the later rounds. He explained that Chimaev might run into trouble once he sees du Plessis' pressure and toughness remain constant. Thomas pointed out that true cardio comes from fighting efficiently, and while limited fighters tend to fade, du Plessis' well-rounded game lets him manage his energy while staying active. He sees that as a key factor that could allow du Plessis to take control as the fight continues.
So what do you think? It just goes into the championship rounds and he figures them out?
Yeah. I think that by the third round, Khamzat's like, all right, I don't really know. I can't, this guy's not going away. Wow. And also too, is if Khamzat does, let's say he does pace himself a little better, Dricus will just pour it on him.
Right.
So I think that pacing is a big factor. We always talk about this cardio thing, but cardio is really just being able to manage whatever pace you have based on the skill set you have. That's really what it comes down to. Like if you have a very limited skill set and you're forced to be in situations that you're not comfortable in, you're going to have bad cardio. But when you have a very well-rounded skill set and you can pace yourself better, you can have good cardio. So, I mean, that's really what it comes down to.
Luke Rockhold sees Khamzat Chimaev versus Dricus du Plessis as a battle of styles. He said Chimaev's early pressure in wrestling could give him the edge if he breaks du Plessis down quickly. But if du Plessis survives the early rounds, Rockhold believes his durability and late fight strength could shift the fight in his favor and lead to a win.
It's not always about the most technical guy. You know, it's the guy who wants it more. And
how do you think he fares against Khamzat?
I think Khamzat is a go for broke kind of guy. Khamzat, if he can't out wrestle you, he can't control you in that fierce state of direction of what he does, you know, I think he'll break. Khamzat will get him if he'll get him, but if he can't get him, it's going to be a hard 3rd, 4th, and 5th round.
Right.
I think that's going to be all Dricus.
So if it goes into the championship rounds, you like the champ?
Yeah, 100%.
Tim Welch said he'd like to see Khamzat Chimaev face someone like Sean Strickland, noting Strickland's ability to get up after takedowns. He praised Chimaev's improved composure, but pointed out that Dricus du Plessis could throw him off by getting under his skin, which might turn the fight emotional and more intense.
I would love to see Khamzat versus Strickland too. Khamzat said in training, I submitted him multiple times. In a fight, it's a little different. And Strickland, you've seen Strickland get dumped before. He is an expert at getting up. He's really good wrestling, really good jiu-jitsu. But just like you said, can you survive the first 3 minutes with that dude? Gnarly.
That's fire.
I miss the crazy Khamzat, but now that he's getting into these top 5 elite guys, I mean, it's probably better that he's not crazy Khamzat.
Dude, I mean, that looked like crazy Khamzat to me.
All week being respectful of the press conferences, respectful of like everything.
Yeah.
It was a lot different than he used to be.
DDP has a way of poking at opponents too, though, so you might be able to pull that crazy Khamzat back out of him.
I'd love to see DDP beat him.
Brendan Schaub and Brian Callen gave their takes on the upcoming fight. Schaub favored Dricus du Plessis, especially if it went into the later rounds, where he felt du Plessis could take over. Callen backed Khamzat Chimaev, pointing to his stronger striking and wrestling. Both agreed du Plessis is tough, but while Callen saw this as Chimaev's time to shine, he admitted du Plessis might be a smart underdog bet.
UFC came out, speaking of dingers, UFC came out with some freaking bombs.
Really?
They announced Ilia Topuria, Charles Oliveira, Khamzat, DDP in Chicago.
Khamzat, DDP.
Who you got in that? Let's start with that. Khamzat, DDP, who you got?
I
got a feeling DDP wins that.
I have Khamzat.
I don't.
Yeah.
If Khamzat can get done the first round and a half, maybe, I just think that thing goes past the 3rd and DDP takes over. I think he TKOs him.
I think Khamzat is a better striker, and I think Khamzat's a better wrestler, and I think DDP is a killer. But I think it's Khamzat's time.
Could be totally off on Khamzat. He's a minus 200. Dude, take my money.
Really? You got DDP?
Yes. Especially as a dog. I figured it'd be the favorite.
I have to say,
I figured DDP would be like a minus 150. Well, Khamzat, I look at the Gilbert Burns fight. You know, you look at the Kamaru Usman fight. You're like, okay.
Yeah, but he did out wrestle Kamaru a lot.
Michael Bisping said Khamzat Chimaev's best chance is to finish Dricus du Plessis early. He pointed out du Plessis is on an 11-fight win streak, holds a 23-2 record, and has improved with each title defense. Bisping noted du Plessis' split decision win over Sean Strickland at UFC 297, his submission of Israel Adesanya, and a second win over Strickland by unanimous decision.
And I'm telling you, he's going to try and finish Dricus du Plessis straight away. And that's his best bet. Now, Dricus du Plessis, this man's on fire, right? He's 23-2 overall. He's on an 11-fight win streak. He's got 10 wins in the UFC. And of course, this will be his 3rd title defense. He beat Sean Strickland by unanimous decision. He choked out Israel Adesanya in the 4th round, and he took the belt, as we know, in a close split decision victory over Sean Strickland way back at UFC 297. But they always say when you become the champion, you get 30% better. This man is improving all the time. He's got tremendous grappling of his own.
He warned that Chimaev might be surprised if he expects an easy takedown and finish. Bisping highlighted du Plessis' strong grappling, including a past moment where he submitted a team of black belts. While praising Chimaev's win over Robert Whittaker, Bisping stressed that du Plessis is a real threat who can't be underestimated.
If Khamzat Chimaev thinks that he's going to go out there and just take down Dricus du Plessis and just choke him out, right? Like he's some schmuck, like he doesn't know what he's doing, like he's not someone that choked out an entire black belt jiu-jitsu team one after the other, then I think Khamzat Chimaev will be in for a rude awakening. Now, of course, since Khamzat Chimaev moved up to 185 pounds, he's looked phenomenal, okay? The way that he destroyed Robert Whittaker, that was so impressive.
That's it for today's video. So what are our thoughts on this? Share your thoughts in the comments section and make sure to subscribe and like if you enjoyed the video. Also, check out our other videos on the screen right now.